To outplayed.
Oh, look at that, outplayed.
JP, okay.
He's in danger! He's in danger!
Was able to flicker out still, but
respond using the ejector even to Carl TZ just to make sure that he gets caught again!
this time the ejector it up.
Sanji!
There's the kick onto the ultimate fighter, but Escalera trying to answer back with a combo. Carl TZ jumps in. Sanford survives.
There's no Lucas anymore, so...
Oh, XP show for Sanford.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to find...
Trying to twist us now with
Trying to twist it, man.
my gosh.
My mind is out.
The stakes are so high for this, and they introduce a debut pick for game number 3.
Yeah, imagine if TLPH loses this game. Their path to the playoffs got blocked for the meantime by a Nana.
Nana and Molina.
You're right.
All right. This is going to be a problem for Team Liquid Philippines, however, if they are unable to really get ahead of Twisted Minds. Looking at the emblems, of course, paying a lot of attention to Hajizi since this is the debut pick. It's a pull yourself together.
PYT.
Oh my goodness, so he'll have the flickers available more often. And that's on top of the Molina's blessing.
Yeah.
So you'll have to exert so much effort if you actually want to target Hajizi, but if you leave him unnoticed, he could just keep disrupting your attempts.
Okay. Now 3-man rotation on to outplayed.
Oh, look at that, outplayed.
JP, okay.
He's in danger! He's in danger!
Was able to flicker out still, but against 4, he's gonna fall.
Oh, wow. So far, so good for TLPH. It feels like they are back. They got that mojo back, you know?
Yep.
They got the old mojo flowing, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Twisted.
That was a close outplay, though, for Outplayed. Only that every single member was ready to at least respond, using the ejector even to Carl TZ just to make sure that he gets caught again!
This time the ejector is going to connect, feeds him off to Carl TZ. Not a good start for a Granger. Meanwhile, Escalera jumps in. Sanford still was able to escape.
Smooth footwork.
Now Carl TZ jumping in onto James. Queller also connecting right on time. Once again, TLPH. It looks like it's going to be an easy turtle for them.
This feels so different compared to the first time we saw Twisted Minds use the Guinevere in the series. If we're talking about control in the center of the map, how are you able to control that if Team Liquid Philippines aren't in the mid? They're always up top.
Okay, Sanji has his own Violent Requiem, and then Oheb! Okay, they're jumping in onto the middle lane. They're trying to work on JP. James though might be the next target. Here comes the ejector, and the Nana Haji secures the first turn.
So they got some real giggle against Outplayed today, guys. It is insane.
Yep, it's a 2K gold lead already in the hands of Team Liquid Philippines in as early as less than 3 minutes. Sanji with a sidestep, so that's another thing, honestly. Team Liquid Philippines in their lineup, they're actually quite high in terms of mobility. So if you aren't able to cast your ultimate as Hajizi perfectly, or if you aren't able to combo it well with the stuns from the Molina, then Team Liquid Philippines could actually find multiple ways to escape and reposition.
They're so down. Even Escalera is still just level 3, and now they're starting the invasion. Escalera finally level 4, connecting to the Spatial Migration Violent Requiem, but Sanford was still able to escape as Carl TZ steals away the purple buff.
And imagine they didn't use any ultimates to do that. They were just there, contesting the objectives, fighting against Twisted Minds with whatever they had, but they didn't have to burn any resources at all.
Yeah.
Sanji picked up the Violet Requiem, by the way. Could there be a potential alley-oop into the Violet Requiem play?
Yeah, he was holding on to that skill ever since the first turtle.
I think he was, right? I think he was.
So could there be a potential combo?
Yeah,
I mean...
for sure, I mean, you have a Johead, you have a Cho.
There's no actual hold, right? The only hold here is Escalera.
Yeah.
So the only combo you can have is actually literally with him.
Yeah, and not to mention Sanji and Oheb has Purify, so
look at JP too.
It's gonna be hard for them to catch someone.
Yeah.
First standard game in MPL career for Hajizi. Now has 68 unique heroes picked, the most among all players in the whole league. 68 heroes for one guy.
He's probably gonna end the regular season in that spot if he keeps showing unique hero picks.
Maybe, or maybe he can go 69 and get Layla. on mid.
We never know. Wait, I recall as a wait a minute. TLPH is literally demolishing this game so far. Another uncontested turtle. This time they actually get it because Twisted Minds actually got the first one.
Yep.
Tilted the tempo so hard here.
Okay, there's the alley-oop! On to James, but James was still able to out-sustain it though. Sanford walking on the back. They're trying to go for another angle, but there you said it, Bree. There's a possible alley-oop play with the ejector, and now Sanford goes in, connects the kick on the side. They're trying to work on James once again. Escalera jumps in as well, has the Violent Requiem, but it's quite low, has to disengage.
Okay.
No trade still for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, the only thing is that they were able to use the combo onto James, who was one of the tankiest members of Twisted Minds. So the damage wasn't up just yet, but hold on, MP nearly getting a trade, but Sanji's just too...
So that was a sound effect. I didn't realize
What was that? Wait, what was that?
Like, that was the actual in-game sound effect. I thought someone just... Okay.
Purified pop though by Sanji.
Yeah.
So it's important to note that this time Sanji has to play a bit safer,
Just a little
especially
safer.
if Escalera has his flicker. So an unexpected facial migration and flicker combination again can come from the Magician.
Yeah. Gradually, Team Liquid Philippines are converting every single thing or advantage they have across the map. So Twisted Minds will have limited ways to farm and catch up. Outplayed is actually behind and has only picked up his first item, but Oheb on the other hand has already built up 2.
Okay, Escalera with the Violent Requiem
Jumping in.
combination again. They're jumping in now. Sanford trying to size up Escalera and forcing them back.
I
to
can't
sound
unhear it now.
See, it's a legit sound effect.
So basically everything Sanford's doing, forcing a flicker out Escalera means there's no engage, what do you call that? There's no catch, engage, spatial migration available for them now.
And even the Molina Blitz, I haven't seen a well-placed Molina Blitz so far for the side of Haji.
That's true. And the Molina Blitz was actually, it felt like a reactive Molina Blitz earlier when they were using it.
I mean the Smooch, Molina Smooch, the second skill. I haven't seen it so far.
Yep.
Used up in a crucial moment as TLPH once again gets an uncontested turtle, and now they're going for the invade.
Now very deep invade as well. TLPH are quite happy with the freedom they have to go around the map and just...
we're seeing Sanji in his element again when he has the Valentina and they're dominating at this point. Any skill is an option for Sanji.
That's right. It does feel like it.
That's the hamster mage.
The
Hamster mage.
Yeah. I mean, Hajizi already picked up the Genius Wand, so given the fact that Twisted Minds has multiple sources of magic damage, they might want to bank on the idea that they can amplify it a bit more. But if Team Liquid Philippines just decides to keep going in at their own timings,
Shooting each other
why
like
is he
that.
still on this ultimate?
That's how you zone out. Twisted Minds, Valentina with the Death Sonatas.
Oh my goodness. Okay, okay.
he held on to that ultimate for so long.
Oh, now he has the Molina Blitz though.
Okay.
We can expect a knock-up from Sanford, already used it up.
Sanji!
There's the kick onto the Ultimate Fighter, but Escalera trying to answer back with a combo. Carl TZ jumps in. Sanford survives one more hit, but you can't say that for James with an evil Queller connecting on the dot.
And they're going to be controlling so much of the map because of this. They're going to force Twisted back into their base and turtle it out and blowing up those holy defenses.
Yeah, Sanford was still able to shumpo his way out, and look at his itemization. He's yet to build a full item. He's just really invested on defense items all across the physical and magic depth. So he is no easy target to take out, especially considering Twisted Minds, who are yet to really invest in their damage. They're waiting for the items that feel so delayed for Twisted Minds. So it feels almost impossible for them to contest this upcoming Lord, not unless in the upcoming defense, Escalera does find a crucial setup.
Oof. Again, TLPH, because of the pressure that they're putting in every lane possible, it opens up the map for Carl TZ to secure another objective.
I don't know, man. If I was Twisted Minds right now, I feel like they should have just added like one more good catch because Escalera's just not enough.
Yeah, this is what the Hilda and the Guinevere will actually mean when it comes to a point wherein you're playing from behind. By the way, Sanford picked up the Immortality first item, so he can potentially be willing to go in and look for a setup that could still allow him to escape later on for Team Liquid Philippines to get an easy pick-off against Twisted Minds. But let's see if that will be the case. Twisted Minds are really positioning themselves carefully in this upcoming siege, but these are 3 waves that are in sync.
Flickers are up for both of its teams, and now JP already used up to conceal the Lord, sieging in onto the middle lane. They're trying to work on every single lane. OM goes in with his Salmon Force, trying to work on 4 members of Twisted Minds. And they're able to take down 2 inhibitors. We haven't seen any setups yet. Conceal coming in from Escalera, but Sanford finds him. Here comes the way of the Dragon. JP as well with a throw. Outplayed is the first man down. James might be next. MP the King trying to retreat. Another flicker. This might be it. As TLPH secures their spot in the playoffs.
And that is how you secure in week number 5, playoffs bound. That's going to be TLPH, and they are neck and neck with Aurora for that first place.
In as early as week 5, we already have 2 teams